Okay, got it. One thing I definitely want to do moving forward is try and get some like background music just for this initial like getting everything set up.
Yeah, you actually didn't play it last night, eh?
Yeah, that was the one thing I forgot. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to like make you the host. And then you're just like,
No.
yeah, so you were gonna like make me the host. I was like, oh yeah, how do you do that? That's okay though. We covered for it fairly well.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. If that's the worst thing that happened, that's really not too bad.
Totally.
Okay, here we
I
go.
think people enjoy the humility.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so record to this computer. All right, we're going. So welcome everybody to What If Wednesday. Hello, Megan.
Hey.
All right, so we're gonna do the What If Wednesday vacation edition. So
Yeah.
we did talk about it sort of the end of the last episode. So last Wednesday we had a chance to do our first ever group What If Wednesday, which was quite fun. So we had a group session. Everybody's kind of calling it a session. The feedback I'm getting, they're like, "Yeah, thanks. That was a really good session." So I guess we'll go with that because other than that, we were calling it like a Zoom event, I guess is what we advertised. Yeah.
Event.
So
yeah.
So coaching event. I'm still kind of getting, that was our first one ever. So, we'll develop the name and the branding as we go. But yeah, it was super cool though. I think we had 12 people, like including us, or maybe 12, 14, somewhere in there. Anyway, so
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Went well. And we got to end off because it was Wednesday. We told everybody about What If Wednesday and went around the horn. And everybody threw their what if out there, which was super cool. I very much enjoyed that. It was a cool way to end the call.
Yeah, me too. It was like ending everything with a positive bow on it.
Absolutely. And just the interaction and everything too, right? I really enjoyed how we started with like introduction, just kind of getting some icebreakers, and just the fact that there's not going to be a wall, right? It's like right away, let's everybody introduce each other, right?
Really.
And then end the meeting that way too. So I thought it was a cool way to bookend the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I came up with vacation plans is because you had brought up, and I think you brought this up too, What If Wednesdays ago, is you were sort of, like craving or like desire or like excitement coming out of this pandemic for vacation plans. So, cool. So we're going to let's get into that then. So let's riff on, it's the spring. I got my first trip coming up. I'm going to Vancouver in a couple weeks, and then I'm going to Soy. So let's start with some what if on vacation plans. So do you want to go first?
Absolutely. Yeah. So what if everything clears up with COVID and I feel really comfortable traveling and we're able to get to Mexico in the next couple of months?
Ooh, very nice. Okay. So what if the Vancouver trip goes very well? I'm doing something down there, something I've never done before. It's a plant medicine ceremony. So what if that goes really well, and it's sort of a repeat thing that I do and make a tradition of for every April. April's a huge month for me, by the way. It's like my New Year's is April. Generally, so.
Yeah, nice. What if the girls sleep the entire plane ride to Mexico?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. What if the direct flights that WestJet at one point had from Penticton to Edmonton get reinstated?
Nice. Yeah. Nice. What if when we go home to BC in the summer, it's one of the best trips that I've had with my family?
Oh, I like that. What if we have it's our 9th annual Osoyoos trip, and what if it is head and shoulders the best one that we've ever had to date?
Awesome. Yeah. What if the weather is perfect when we're in BC and nobody gets sunburned?
Ooh, good. I'm going to go even like one step further, like just in a grandiose sense of the word. What if there's no forest fire season this year in BC? What if it's just a regular summer, quote unquote?
Yeah. Totally. Nice. What if we're able to do the drive in one day because the girls are in an awesome mood?
Oh, good. What if my brother and I do the Skyline hike in Jasper this September?
Ooh, nice. What if we find a sweet deal for Mexico and the girls can fly free?
Oh, very nice. On a quick side note, I have noticed the flights are very cheap.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, so far, just because I think the flights companies are kind of getting their business back from the last couple of years. which
Nice.
goes
Okay.
very well with the fact that
Just
gas
manifested
prices,
that then.
right?
Perfect.
Yeah. So there we go. It's in there so far, anyways. What if, yeah, so I'm going to go with that. What if the flights continue to be affordable and cheap and I can go see my mom once a month until the snow flies, basically?
Nice. I have some vacation coming up in April, actually, so right away. So
Cool.
what if everything goes to plan? Girls actually stay in daycare for the whole week,
Oh,
and I get some very much needed time alone.
yes. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. What if there's not a huge amount of pandemic-y stuff that happens in September and I can go see my mom at Christmas, which I've not been able to do the last 2 Christmases?
Awesome. Yeah. I'll kind of piggyback on that. What if things kind of stay calm in my extended family? Thus, my mom will be able to come here and visit us.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She's
that's
like
like,
a caregiver for my grandma right now. So her
okay.
time is busy. Yeah.
Cool. That's actually, no, I like that one too, because we haven't had visitors out here. So what if, same thing, what if everything's keeps as is, keeps going in the right direction with COVID, and my mom and my brother are actually able to come out to Edmonton?
Yeah, nice. I'm going to piggyback on that too, because my brothers haven't been out here in a long time. So what if, again, everything goes well, flights stay cheap, and they can just like hop on a direct flight and pop out here for $80?
Yeah, right. Perfect. Perfect. And this one's going to expand just a little bit into next year. And this will be my topper. So it's my mom's 70th birthday next February. So what if we go to Hawaii, which is one of her favorite places, and I've never been and I've always wanted to. So what if we go to Hawaii next February, 2023?
Nice.
That's my final
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there too. What if we get there later this year too? And I've really been thinking about planning a Disney trip for the girls. So what if that pans out?
Oh man, Disney. That'd be all. Have you been to Disney or Disneyland, I guess? Yeah.
No, that's one of those things that you always want to do for your kids because you never got to do it.
Totally.
So what if that pans out?
So which one is better? Is there, because there's Disneyland and Disney World, isn't
World,
there?
yeah. I don't even know.
Which, yeah, I don't even know the difference. Because from what I remember, one's like far superior to the other one. But
Oh, really?
well, at one point they were. Maybe they're probably both like identical now, but who knows, right? But interesting. Yeah, Disney World. That'd be cool, eh? Nice. Yeah. Those are good, man. What do you feel like in your body when you talk about vacation plans?
I feel like hopeful and happy and even a bit relaxed. Like I can already imagine myself getting ready for the vacation. I always get into like a super relaxed vibe right when I'm even about to go on vacation. It's like nothing matters. I don't even care about work. I'm like, I'm on vacation in a month. I'm already counting down for it.
Yeah. See, I like the lead up to vacation. I wouldn't say almost as much, but it's in the same realm as the vacation itself. Like the countdown, the like getting excited about. It's like Christmas kind of, right? If it's a really good vacation, like the build up is like just as important as the actual vacation in a lot of ways, because then you can really have this experience. You turn it into this like ritual almost, right? So yeah, I love that.
Vacation time, meaning like traveling, has always been really important to me, and that was one of the things that obviously didn't happen during the pandemic. We haven't done any traveling, whereas I traveled every year prior, like multiple times a year.
So do you have like an uncertainty around traveling now, or like is there like hesitancy? Is there anything different around it just because it has been a while, or are you just like, let's
I have the uncertainty because now the girls will be there, so I haven't traveled. The last time I was in Mexico, I was pregnant with them.
Right.
We haven't taken them on a plane or anything like that. Right. I have a lot of anxiety thinking about the negative what ifs, but I have been consciously reframing it to like, what if it goes really well? What if they're totally engaged in all the toys I bring? And what if they have a nap? And awesome.
Absolutely. And that's what we've done today as well. Yeah. Awesome. For me, I just, like you see, you get a relaxed vibe. I get a bit of, I can see the relaxed for sure, but I get like an excitable vibe. It gives me a little bit like pins and needles, like in my arms. Yeah. Butterflies. Exactly. Which is super cool. I always, and then I just immediately, like, if I can, like, when I'm talking Hawaii now, I want to go look at pictures of Hawaii and really start getting visuals and like going further with it. Right. So that's kind of how I feel. I get that pins and needles-y, very exciting. Like we're talking about adventure, right? It's like, to me, travel is like, and we talk a lot about like pattern disrupts and changing perspectives and all that. Like travel is like the perfect way to do that, because you really get out of your routines and everything. And it really just, all of a sudden you're like, hey, now you're here and everything's different, right? And it's just like, yeah. And then you come back even after like a small trip, like I just did that trip to the mountains over the weekend. And man, it's just like, it just unplugged me from every little thing that was, that I just kind of, like, I don't know, it was becoming so routine and Groundhog Day to a sense, right?
Yeah.
Great to have consistency, but it's also really healthy to break the consistency and disrupt things and then go back into it, right? So
for sure. And like anytime I travel, I always have a new appreciation for my house once I get home. And I'm like, I love my bed. Whereas I'll find myself, like even just the other night, I was saying to my husband, like, we need a new bed. But I bet you if I took a trip, I'd come back and be like, oh.
Yeah, just fall under your bed. Thank you. Where have you been? Funny you mentioned that. Yeah, because Darcy and I have mentioned that too as well. Like we'll go to what used to be like a friggin' palace, right? You go to some place in Jasper and it's got like the outdoor hot tubs and just everything that's like the king size. Now we have the king size bed. Now we have a hot tub, and the hot tub's newer than theirs and all that. So we go there and we're like, it's not quite the same as
where
like,
it's at,
right? It's not. And then we're like, man, our house is like better than this place now, but that's over years. And there's like that transition from, you have the best stuff now. And like you go to a hotel that's meanwhile hasn't upgraded. And it's like, it's got the same stuff since like the 90s. When back in the day, that was the shit, right? But now it's like, you know what? Our house is actually better than this place. But there's like the nostalgia and everything else that comes with it. So you can't,
Well, you need to like make a segment on that. I don't know what we would call it, but like about perspective, because even this morning I was like getting a cup of coffee and I have one of my cupboards is like, I don't know what to say about it. It's like cracking or like the finishing is coming off of it.
Okay. Yep.
And I was like just pissed, right? And then I was like, I need to like redo the whole kitchen. Oh, how would I do that? We got to take out a loan to redo the kitchen. And then I was like, whoa, like I remember looking at this house when we were looking to buy and thinking to myself, like, this is like my dream house. And wanting it and like putting it into the universe to hope that we would get it. And so I just like stopped that negative kind of path I was going down and like recentered myself and was like, no, like I'm so grateful for this house. This is like my dream house.
Nice.
We need to like have a whole segment on perspective and like catching yourself and
100%. Which funny you mentioned that. I mean, we could easily do that on because we're coming up to Reframe Friday. So maybe
I guess that's what it is.
Right?
Reframing, right? Yeah.
There we go. So perfect thing to do. You got one ready to go. So, awesome. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in for What If Wednesday. We're definitely going to be doing a future, group What If Wednesday, because it was went over very well. I think it was fun to do in a group. It was super cool to send it around the horn like we did. Yeah, Megan, as always, thank you, and we'll see you on Reframe Friday. Yes.
So thanks. Have a good day.
Awesome. Thank you. Same to you. Okay. Costume change time. Okay.
Sorry, I just like went on a tangent into the other thing. It's funny how like
it's awesome.
Different words mean the same thing. You're like, that's Reframe Friday, Megan. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah. We do that kind of, we do that show. Yeah, no, it's perfect though. That's great. See, that's why it's cool to do like all the shows in a row too, is because then one leads into another instead of like, we'll text each other in the morning and be like, okay, like, what have we been doing? Where now it's just like has that natural like momentum behind it. So, which is super cool.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. The see you in 2 minutes.